had huge doubts all along the way because we didn't follow any blueprint. We had no business education. It was a simple case of we really liked what we created. We started selling it online initially, and we got a lot of traction early on. So we knew there was a market there and people were buying into it. And then within about 6 months, we had the very difficult conversation of both married, mortgages, kids. Do we leave our very steady jobs with Northumbria Police as detectives, respectable, all the rest of it, and go all into this and see where it takes us, or do we just put it to bed as a fun thing that we did and a bit of life experience? And there was huge doubts, obviously, to take that risk. And ever since, where we go, what's going to happen next, we don't know. So we sort of operate in a way where we have no preconceived ideas about what's going to happen. We've just got to make the best decisions we can on the information that's available at the time and hope that we are going to make more good decisions than bad ones.
Very similar story. Young daughter. I came home one day with some leather and I decided I was going to make these little things. And it was a great little craft business. And, it's scrap leather from the floor, which I could take for free, turn it into a key ring, which I could sell for a tenner, and it made a nice little pot of money, which we could go away on a weekend. Had my salary, which was secure. I had a good reputation, and I was well respected, and I enjoyed my job. And that was why would I want to leave any of that? But I did. I got myself into £25,000 worth of debt. I spent £10,000 of that money on some stock, which is still under my bed at home. Is rubbish. It's just not good quality. It wasn't what I wanted. It wasn't what I expected. It took 9 months to come, and I couldn't get any of that money back. They disappeared on us very quickly. So that was £10,000 gone. That's a bank loan. That's debt that I'd put onto my family. And so then I went again and I got another £6,000 loan. Spent that on another area, Facebook marketing and all that. Everyone's heard the stories. Just click the boost button. Everyone comes through Facebook. Spent thousands on it. That was the wrong thing to do. It didn't work. So then I'm now £17,000 in debt, and similarly, it's that story. This is my dream. It's not my wife's dream. I had a perfectly good job. What am I doing? And Christmas 2016, I was in a really sort of dark place. It was the hardest time of my life because I had done this to my family, wasn't sure where we're going to pay this loan back or how we're going to do it. And yet still was waking up with the urge of, well, I need to get some more money to go again. And thankfully I did. Took a lot of persuasion, but I did. And I spent it in the right areas. And ultimately, I'm still servicing that debt now, but I can. And that's the beauty of it. So yeah, it's hard. It's not the easiest thing I've ever done in my life. But my wife even now would sit here and say it's the best thing I've ever done in my life. And now I look at it as £25,000 of education. So how much do you pay for a university degree? So I look at it as it's 25 grand, but the amount of stuff that I learned for that 25 grand about where to spend money, where not to spend money, how to challenge things, how to question the legitimacy of somebody's claim and all this sort of stuff. It's stood me in such good stead for the 2 or 3 years since then. And I'm sat here now without that job, without that salary, having taken the plunge in the beginning of last year. And I love it. So
great, thanks. Rick, I mean, you mentioned obviously in the intro, you've started business up, you've taken them through to send them and stuff. The position you're in now where you invest in different businesses, you've got a portfolio, I suppose, do you still have doubts in terms of how you're going about your daily business, even though you might not think about it as entrepreneurial? What are the doubts that kind of reoccur to you?
Yes, I do. Unlike when I first started, I had no commitments, no mortgage, well, I did have a mortgage, but I bought a house with enough rooms so that the rental income from the other rooms paid the mortgage, so I had pretty much no cost. But having had a failure of a business in the middle, I think I made the classic entrepreneur's mistake of having a couple of really good businesses that did really well and then thinking I was invincible, and then launched this business and made a complete arse of it. Raised £1 million, nearly £1 million for that business, and then it disappeared. So my attitude to risk has changed dramatically since then. Dramatically. I am much more cautious.
Right.
I am much more. I need to understand a lot more about what I'm doing, and understand the opportunity much better. Whereas before I might have just been a bit more instinctive about some of the decisions. Now I really want to understand it properly and understand the opportunity.